Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench.
Oh, where's Emmy's mom?
Yeah!
Welcome back to Bookend Gaming.
Hello!
I said it.
Ah,
I'm Travis.
gross. Not
What?
that you're Travis. I'm Eric.
All right.
And
back
the
to
morning
Katawa.
of the track meet greets me with a brilliant sunshine from a crystal blue sky. While I leisurely stroll towards the track, I decide this is a good sign. I pass the boys. Of what? I'm not sure. This event isn't as exciting for me as it seems to be for a large portion of the student body. I'm even less interested in watching sports than I am in participating, but cheering for Emmy is a good cause.
Plus girls running.
I'm not expecting this to be any sort of amazing and spectacular experience, but it can't hurt. I'd probably be spending the time reading while cooped up in my room otherwise. And Miki's there.
Yeah.
When I approach the bleachers, I spot Rin emerging from the crowd right before she spots me.
You came. How do you know that?
Of course, I said I would, didn't I?
That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through.
It didn't? Oh, well, I'm out of here.
Lots of people say things and don't mean them.
Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. It's exactly what somebody who lies would say.
Yeah. I'm on to you.
So are you excited about this?
Not really.
Me neither. This sucks. Let's get out of here.
Then why did you come?
Why did you? She doesn't reply at all, so I decide not to either. We enter the bleachers, and Rin nods upwards.
Up there.
Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench.
Oh, where's Emmy's mom?
Yeah! There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar-seeming grin. Well, this is surprising.
Yeah.
I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy.
He is a snack.
Huh? Damn, the only snack in this house is me.
This is no good?
The woman laughs at Rin and shakes her head, apparently unable to find a comeback for that. I know the feeling. Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Mako Ibarazaki. I'm sure that if you know this girl, you've at least met my daughter, too. Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. She's like a taller, older, more motherly and mature Emmy. Apart from her hair being somewhat darker than her daughter's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance.
And that dress really clings to her legs.
Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. Nice to meet you.
I'm Ren Tezuka.
Oh yeah, here's Rin. Mrs. Ibarazaki laughs again. She really does resemble her offspring, and then leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow. So now that we all know each other, how long have you and Rin been dating? Oh boy. My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear, but just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Emmy's mother bursts into laughter again. Ha, you're a blusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. We're not. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry, forgive an older woman her amusements.
She knows. There's no way Ren would go for you.
Yeah. She chuckles again to herself. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you.
For a price. It's starting.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
I direct my attention to the track, where they're preparing for the first sprint. I predict Emmy hurts herself. It looks like
she might not in this route.
Well, that's true. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Emmy. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. Oh God, he's got a gun! The starter raises his pistol. Emmy explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside line, Emmy surges to the front of the pack. By the time she rounds the final turn, a few of the other runners have caught up with her. But she puts on a final burst of speed that leaves them at least a half second behind. Mrs. Abarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly, and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Emmy bounds off the track, looking pleased with herself. So if you don't go out with her, she doesn't hurt herself.
Right.
You distracted her. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results.
I think she's gotten faster since the last time.
That was incredible. Mrs. Barazaki grins proudly.
Emmy's a heck of a runner.
We fall silent as the next event prepares to start.
Couldn't outrun that car.
I'm surprised to see Emmy... She didn't get hit by it.
I know.
See Emmy striding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run? Oh, maybe this is where she hurts herself. I don't remember. That was like 2 years ago.
Was it even the track meet?
I don't know. Emmy's mother nods.
Yes, but she runs multiple events for this team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Emmy can handle it.
From the looks of things, she's right. Emmy doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this?
It's a 200-meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100-meter, and the relay.
I see. Once again, the pistol sounds, and once again, Emmy flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. Emmy's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they take very long to complete. No, they don't.
Good. So they're sprints.
Your foot.
Huh?
Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers.
Oh.
You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. I thought you said this wouldn't be exciting. This may be repeating. Like, I remember this conversation, but...
Possibly, but it's...
Whatever.
We're more focused on Rin.
Yeah.
I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emmy, not the sport.
Me
Sexy.
too. I don't follow.
Emmy's the most Emmy when she runs. Yeah, we've seen this. You don't get to see Emmy at her Emiest very often. But here you can. See?
She directs my attention towards the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Emmy closely. As she gets onto the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at this blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. A conquering general returning to his farm. Amazing! She's really amazing. I've never seen someone move that fast.
Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. Oh, come on, don't do that. I'm sure you work out.
Yeah.
No, I think Emmy's prowess all came from her father's side.
At the mention of Emmy's father, Mrs. Abarazaki looks wistful, almost sad.
He got her into running, you know?
I wonder what happened.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I leave it at that, and don't say anything for a little while. I get the feeling that this is something personal I shouldn't ask about. Or maybe it's deja vu, I'm not sure.
Right.
A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Mrs. Abarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it.
Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Oh, nothing. I've got to meet up with a friend of mine.
Damn it.
Will you tell Emmy I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight?
Of course. I'll do anything you ask.
Yeah.
While waiting for the relay to start, I peer at Rin. She seems uninterested in her surroundings, myself included.
Oh.
That remark she made before is still stuck in my mind. Emmy's the most Emmy when she's Emmy. It does make sense now that I think about it. After seeing her run now, I can believe that Emmy gives her all on the track. Sports are more than a hobby or even a competition to her. They're a defining aspect of her life. What about Rin then? Does she feel the same way about art? Considering the persistence she displayed before the festival, I could easily believe it. Did I see Rin at her Riniest when she was painting the mural? The relay's about to begin, but I don't see Emmy anywhere. Thought Emmy ran the relay.
She runs anchor,
I don't know what that means.
so she won't be running for a while yet.
Ah.
The music got, like, really loud. Did you see it?
Huh? All I saw was her mom.
Emmy at her Emiest.
Maybe.
Maybe this time.
The race begins, and I cheer Emmy's teammates along as they pass the baton. Finally, I see Emmy sprinting onto the track and take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. The look of determination and fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. I fall in love with Emmy again. Emmy.
It's inevitable.
Emmy at her Emiest, I suppose. Emmy flies across the finishing line with a great leap, just barely ahead of the next runners, but still in first.
Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can find a laurel branch.
It's not going to be easy. Rin shrugs.
Well, what good are you? At least we tried.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that could have all been completely skipped, I think, but
Yeah.
maybe a couple lines were slightly different.
It's been like 2 years. I don't know.
Emmy is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run.
Track team captain.
Rin seems to be waiting for Emmy to notice that she's arrived. It doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself or to emote beyond shrugging. Being more impatient than Rin, I wave to Emmy in her stead. She looks up and grins happily at us.
Hey, you showed up! We would have brought you a crown of laurels, but Hisao didn't find one.
And I don't know what they are. Neither did you.
It wasn't my job to look.
When did we assign jobs?
When I said, see if you can find a laurel branch. Try to keep up.
I shrug. Guess Rin's rubbing off on me. Seems it's my fault after all, Emmy. Emmy laughs at Rin and me.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah,
Sure.
Good. So how'd I look? Amazing.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah. Is this a trap?
Very impressive. Emmy is pleased with this assessment. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she knows that already. Really, you have that restraint vow?
Yeah, already?
Besides, it seems like it would take away from her efforts somehow.
Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little slow on the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh?
I mean, you won.
Yeah.
Emmy giggles and then seems to remember something.
Oh, before I forget. Ren and I are going to do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. You should come along.
Okay.
Normally we do it the day after, but since today is Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of.
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
Great! It's a promise then.
Oh, right. Your mom wanted to say she's proud of you.
What are you doing with my mother?
She'll call you later tonight after she calls me.
I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it.
Hey, Emmy! You're gonna miss the medal ceremony!
Oh yeah, thanks.
It's that damn tracking captain.
Yep.
She turns to Rin and myself.
He smells so lemony fresh. You don't have to stick around for this part. It takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Hisao.
Tell me what to do.
Is that even the voice I use for her? Because I feel like I'm losing my voice already just doing that small little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus. How did I do that?
Emmy skips back to her teammates, leaving me and Rin by ourselves. Neither of us has the slightest interest in the post-competition ceremonies, since we didn't really have an interest in the competition ceremonies. So we silently get away and back to the quad. Rin yawns without even trying to restrain herself and shuffles her feet around restlessly. I feel awkward, but less so than if I were with someone else. Still, I'm left hanging, not knowing what I should say next.
left hanging. Maybe you shouldn't go for high fives.
Emmy was great, wasn't she?
She was great. I'm very jealous of her.
Yes, let's talk about her some more. Why don't we?
Yeah.
Why?
Like I said, don't you think it's great to be able to really be yourself?
It sounds weird coming from Rin. I don't think you, of all people, should have trouble finding a way to express yourself. Don't you have your paintings? She turns to look at me. For the first time, I see in her eyes this strange, hollow expression that I think must be unique to her.
No, you see, the problem is that I'm not really sure who I am.
A schizophrenic.
Oh, God. Just like dating multiple women at once.
Yeah, that's... no.
Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
All right, we're going to be back in the art club.
Yay!
When we come back next time.
Let's look at some more terrible Hisao drawings that are way better than everything that I can do.
Yeah, right. Oh, man, this is awful.
Oh, it's so bad.
Meanwhile, all I can draw is Pac-Man and stick figures.
At least you can do that.